What's up guys, Andre the Killer here. I know I haven't made a video in a long time because I've been having problems with almost anything that you can think of that I've been trying to record with. My camera and my screen recorder haven't been working. So we're going to watch 10 legitimate ways the world could end. We are watching the video from Elite Facts, maybe. And yeah. Okay.
Elite Facts presents 10 legitimate ways the world could end. So the year 2012 was a bit of a fail, to say the least. The world was facing an impending doom as the Mayan calendar was drawing to a close, thus signifying the end of civilization. Well, clearly that wasn't the case, as here we are 4 years later and the human race is still alive and well.
I don't understand.
Barely. 2016 is pretty much just one step away from the end of humanity, given the events of the year as a whole. However, we do have to face the fact that the world is eventually going to end. Whether it's because of climate change, an asteroid impacting the Earth itself, or the sun just dying out. One day, we'll be screwed. Until then, however, here are 10 realistic ways in which the world could potentially end. 10. Sea level fails. Basically, if the sea levels drop drastically, whether it be through global cooling, more on that soon, or sinking of the mid-ocean ridges, it could reduce the area around the continental shelf, the most productive part of the oceans, causing a marine mass extinction, meaning that all the little fishies, sharks, whales, and almost all the life in the big blue dies. If that's not bad enough, weather patterns can change drastically, leading to mass extinctions on land. And that means us. 9.
Oh no.
Impact events.
Oh damn.
Hey, is that a big space rock heading for us? Yes, it is, and it's also the next nugget on this list. An impact event caused the massive KT extinction. Basically, a big rock hits us, sending dust and particle aerosols, which is geek speak for a lot of nasty shit, up into the atmosphere. This would block out the light from the sun, which would not only cause plants to die, but would also lower the temperature. It gets worse. If that pesky rock should impact other rocks that are rich in sulfur, not only do we get darkness at noon, but we also get a wash of acid rain to boot. Did I mention the mega tsunamis and global forest fires? Yeah, there's those things too.
Oh my god.
Global cooling. So, have any of you guys seen that film, The Day After Tomorrow? Yeah, okay, it did kind of suck, but if there are people watching this who liked that film, well, more power to you. We're not here to do a review of it, but it is a perfect example for explaining global cooling. For some reason, the Earth gets too cold too fast, causing death for many polar and temperate region animals. This, in turn, would cause a mass migration to the equator and make more of the Earth a desert. Also, good luck finding water, as most of it would now be ice and snow. Now, that being said, it is possible that in the event of this scenario happening, humanity would actually have a small chance of survival, so breathe easy. 7.
Why?
Global warming. Hey Trump, this is serious. Stop saying global warming is something invented by the Chinese to stop production factories in the US. If there's a time to make changes, the time is now, because right now, global warming has taken a massive toll on the world's environments. There it is, basically the other side of global cooling. This time, temperate species would be in danger and other animals would be forced to the poles. Melting snow and ice will make the ocean deeper and possibly cause anoxic events, which we'll tell you about later. 6. Clathrate gun. Simply put, there are these things called clathrates forming on the continental shelf. Think of a pig in a blanket, meaning a tiny sausage wrapped in a covering of bread. But instead of delicious snack food, the clathrate is water-covered methane. If these methane snacks break apart, it would release the gas into the atmosphere, causing accelerated global warming. 5. Anoxic events. Oceanic anoxic events occur when the Earth's oceans become completely depleted of oxygen below the surface levels. Although anoxic events have not happened for millions of years, the geological record shows that they have happened many times in the past. Anoxic events may have caused mass extinctions. The black lines in this image are from the Aptium anoxic event. 4. hydrogen
Wow.
sulfide emissions. This might have happened during the Permian-Triassic extinction event, in which a warming trend upset the balance between plankton and bacteria that reduced sulfate. Imagine the massive emissions of hydrogen sulfide, aka rotten egg and fart stink, suddenly rising from the ocean, poisoning anything and everything on land and sea. And as if that wasn't enough, it weakens the ozone layer, exposing whatever is left to UV radiation. 3.
Oh no.
Oceanic overturn. The ocean is made of water, obviously, but more importantly, it's salt water. But it's more salty up top than down below. Now, you're probably asking, well, why does this pointless and obvious information even matter? Well, Poindexter, there's this thing called the oceanic overturn. And now you're probably asking, oceanic overturn? What's that? Well, oceanic overturn is basically the deeper water replacing the water up top. So what, right? Wrong. Remember anoxic events? Well, the water down there has less oxygen, meaning that the critters on the surface and middle depths are as good as dead. Just remember, with any animal species that goes extinct, you have to take into consideration that their extinction is going to have some form of impact on the Earth's environment. And considering the fact that the ocean takes up 71% of the Earth's surface, you can imagine that if an oceanic overturn was to occur, it would have a drastic impact on the Earth's environment as a whole. 2.
Wow.
Gamma ray bursts. Okay, now this one
I know what
admittedly
these are.
is the coolest sounding one, although probably the most scary. Hollywood hasn't made a film with this as a subplot. Can anyone get on that? Now, just imagine this as a scenario. It's a normal night. You're stargazing with your partner when suddenly a flash lights up the sky, rather close by, galactically speaking. A star has exploded. Before you can say, oh shit, you and everyone else on Earth is dead. I mean, if it was to be the subplot of the film, the ending would kind of be disappointing, but still. That was a gamma ray burst that just slammed into you, but instead of mutating into a hulking, rampaging green behemoth, you die instantly. You see, that gamma basically killed every cell in your body, but if it's weak, only the half of the planet that's facing it would die instantly. For the other half, the ozone would be ripped away, exposing Earth to massive UV radiation, so everyone is dead anyway. 1. Human cause. Let's be honest, humanity can't be trusted. I mean, for God's sake, every country has nuclear missiles stashed somewhere on the planet. We can't trust one another, and we certainly can't trust ourselves. That would potentially be the catalyst for our demise. Man has become so powerful that nature can virtually do him no harm, but unfortunately, man has developed his own methods for self-extinction. The most obvious is nuclear war. We have enough nukes on the planet to destroy all life, something which has seemed imminent in the past. Think Cuban Missile Crisis. We can only hope that one day we will become peaceful enough to not even consider using these weapons on a global scale. Also, let's not forget that it's our own fault that global warming is something we've not only caused and have continued to quote-unquote support over our time here on Earth, but from how it looks now, we won't be stopping global warming anytime soon. So there's also that to take into account when mentioning how we humans have caused the end of the world. Okay, sweet dreams.
All you people that work at those places, stop working there and quit.
For more elite facts.
Okay guys, look, that was the end of today's video. If you liked it, and I hope you did, then subscribe and like the video. Okay, and comment down below. Which one do you think you would not like at all? Which one do you think you would not like at all? And I will see you guys in the next one.